the building again
Always.
because we got some more things that we need to talk about. True, I am a proud app owner, but right around now, a little disappointed. I know we got Ultimate Madness going on, and I know you've had your thoughts about the app way before the app even came to fruition. So where are you at in the current state of the URL TV.TV app? Where you at?
I'm glad they did it. I think it's a step in the right direction. Like I've said before in previous blogs, I believe it's the tip of the iceberg. But it needs to be executed better. It really needs to be executed in a better fashion, or you got to lower that price point, because even at $8 a month, you're not getting enough quality content a month. You're just not. You're not getting enough quality content. What are these? The ultimate little tournament. Okay, you do get some good battles in there, right? But they're really hit or miss. It's not really original content, right? Because it's dropping the caffeine first, right?
Yep.
So this is content that I am paying for, right? As it drops to the app, because I'm paying a monthly fee for the app.
Right.
But you're giving me free content.
Yeah.
And so in essence, I can only look to the battles that haven't dropped on caffeine as original content. And then that truly decreases the amount of content that I'm receiving per my monthly fee. And it's almost like this app is becoming the second version of the URL vault, where you're like starving and waiting for battles. And in a situation where I'm paying now, that ain't finna keep happening. That's not going to continue. It's not a good business model.
So you feel like, for instance, we haven't seen all the battles. We've seen 2 battles on the Sterilized 2 card. We had the B Dot and we had Saga, which was truly a gift for all battle rap fans. And then we had, excuse me, Jay West versus B Magic. But there's still Danny Myers and Twerk, and I think there's another battle on that card. And that event happened maybe 3 weeks ago. So you're starting to feel like, what's up with these almost YouTube-ish kind of delays on the original content, but we're being buffered and kind of shoved.
Right. Because
caffeine thing.
Yeah, I think they're stuck in that kind of mindset where, money in the bank, I guess, but it's not really. You're subscription based now. So your money, your cash flow doesn't come from ad revenues from your videos. So it's not money in the bank. You're still getting $8 a month from me, regardless of whether you drop it or not, unless I just decide, you know what, I'm not getting enough for my money, and I just don't do it anymore. But when that becomes the decision you have to make as a customer, then you can tell that the business model that the company has going for that app is a bit off. And once the consumers decide that it's not a product worth having or worth paying the amount that you want for it, it's a wrap.
Hard to get back.
Price down.
Well, I will say that they have, I think they have this one show called The Know-It-Alls, and shouts out to Smack and Beasley, because we're always trying to push the culture forward. The Know-It-Alls, it's okay. You get a couple battle rappers at a round table, and you give them a topic, and then they kind of talk BS like we do here.
Right.
That's I think you guys should do whatever you guys did with Danny Myers. You did like that 15 minutes of like Danny talking about how he started battle rap and battling in the playgrounds and going to.
Listen,
that was different. That was kind of good.
Right, that's great. But even still, that's just complimentary content to the content that every battlehead is really looking for, which are fire battles. You can have all these great little shows all you want. And in fact, they really should be pushing that on YouTube. You know what I mean? They should be pushing branding and marketing and new talent. That kind of stuff should be publicly available, right?
Yeah.
This is nothing but marketing, right? If you're marketing on a private platform, I've already bought it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so
I mean,
they gotta figure it out. They got a weird way of doing things right now, and I think it's because they cannot get out of that YouTube mode.
well, I mean, I'm wondering, are they feeling the pressure of being with a caffeine? It's almost like, did you see the sponsor, the stakeholder being Drake, and then it's caffeine, and okay, this is a viable way to get out of that YouTube mode, but then you get in there and you start charging people monthly, and it's like, wait a second, it's almost like you have to kick out more content now.
Well, they were charging monthly before they ever went to caffeine, right?
Facts.
You know, and the fact that they just it's not even that, right? It's not even like the more content. Let's say those battles never drop the caffeine. At least it's original. At least I can say this is content that hasn't been seen publicly, and I'm getting what I'm paying for. But when you are giving away the content that I'm paying for free, it kind of comes off
Yeah.
as if I'm getting taken advantage of. You know what I mean? Like, what's this about?
And again, I mean, if you're a real battlehead, and let's just say you've been plugged into Ultimate Madness, so you've actually been tuning into caffeine, then when it drops on the app, it's like, I've already seen this battle.
Right, right.
And these are the same battles where the rest of the battle rap fans that don't really care about Ultimate Madness, because trust me, Smack and Beasley, there are some that aren't really into the tournament like that. They're waiting on the rest of the rooftop battles.
Right, right. Honestly, like the Ultimate Madness is a great concept, great idea. I just think they got to iron out some things, make it run smoother, make it more exciting.
Yeah.
To your point, there are quite a few battle rap fans who just aren't interested in it. Some of the decisions people didn't agree with, and you know, some of the battles were just, you know what I mean, like whatever, you know.
And this is just a duplicate, right, of the URL freestyle or you what was
Well,
it?
I mean, not really, right? Because when you talk about that, I mean,
25 grand is at stake, but it was like a tournament style when they did that.
It was in that respect, but when I say not really, in that respect, I'm talking about the quality of MCs taking part in the competition, right? Like it was a full blown gauntlet of freaking gladiators,
monsters, yeah,
right? That ain't happening here.
yeah. This is like the PGs in a tournament with a cash reward.
Yeah, and I mean, dude, I'm gonna tell you, and it's gonna they're not gonna like to hear this, but some of those guys are coming off as like GZ talent. Like, what are you doing here? What are you even doing here, bro? Be gone.
Yeah. Shouts out. I think they have some jewels in there. I think Easy to Block Captain. I really see something with him.
Oh, yeah, he's been fired.
Yep, he's been fired. I really wasn't familiar with Fonz from.
Yeah. Now, right. There are some fire MCs in there. I'm just saying when that ultimate on that UFF, they were all. It was a whole. It wasn't no.
Yeah, it
wasn't a lightweight amongst that.
Pretty much already upper mid
tier
already. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and I just feel like I don't know. It's just they need to figure out how to split the YouTube and the app and make them work together. Like for me, YouTube should be the place where, and they seem to kind of be doing this, dropping the PGs and stuff where you build an MC's notoriety, build their presence, their character, and things like that. That should be where YouTube is because everybody can see it. Everybody can have access to it. In return, that gives the MC more fans, more possible fans, or, more interest. Without that, these guys are going to end up starving for exposure. And I think we're hearing that from some of the MCs.
Well, I'm just wondering what kind of pressure Smack and Beasley putting on this tournament, because I was looking at a face-off and he was saying that, rookies versus vets is coming back around, and that basically all these guys were rookies. And I'm like, well, back in like rookies versus vets were like, they were like guys that already had made it through the PGs and were early in their career, not guys a lot of battle rap fans are not really that familiar with at all, going up against Well, vets. Well, I guess vets doesn't necessarily mean you're top tier, but I mean going up against guys that have solidified their fan base. I mean, don't make people take a step down. Don't make some of these vets take a step down. Or why am I even battling this dude?
Right. And I imagine he's going to be using some of the heavier hitters amongst that group because there's quite a few in it. So yeah, that's a very good point.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, man, it always seems like you know what I mean. URL, like it seems like every time we don't know what they're doing, they seem to always like pop out of it and then things smooth out. You know what I mean? And right now they're in a big change mode, man. Like in their whole brain with caffeine coming in, you left the pay-per-view, seeing you left YouTube. So I think it's gonna take them probably the rest of this, and then the pandemic hit. So
yeah, the pandemic is definitely probably the biggest factor
yeah,
that comes into play for it. And I think they may have had a whole different, roadmap.
yeah,
That COVID-19 has no respect for.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And Smack said that they already had venues locked down and everything, and then you just gotta say, oh, we can't do that anymore. So that's what's up. Well, I mean, there's a little talk BS about
Always, buddy.
URLTV.tv, man. Battlescene.
Get your app right.
Yeah, get your app right. Get your app right, man. Take back to Strong, Oplex, Battlescene. We out.